What's up, you guys? Today I am finally doing a video all about eye creams. This has been highly requested for so long, and I apologize that I'm just now getting around to it, but today I'm going to share some basic knowledge and tips. I'm also going to talk about my top 5 eye creams, and I am going to go through every eye cream in my collection because some of you were disappointed by the fact that I didn't go through them all in a little bit more depth. I just kind of skimmed over them in my recent skincare collection video. But before we get into it, as you guys know, any products mentioned in today's video will be linked in the description box as always. So to start off, I love eye cream, you guys. I have been using eye cream daily since I was 18. I'm now almost 25, and it is an integral part of my skincare routine. Honestly, I don't have any major concerns with my eye area. The main driving factor and what got me to start using an eye cream is the fact that typically your eye area is where you start to see the first signs of aging. The skin around our eyes is different from the rest of our face, and I think it should receive different care as a result. The main difference being that skin is so much thinner and more delicate. We also see different concerns in our eye area that we don't typically see on the rest of our face, like dark circles, puffiness, etc. And your eye area also experiences a lot of movement due to our blinking and our facial expressions. I will only use products that are formulated for the eyes in that area, so I don't bring face moisturizers, primers, face masks, anything else into that region. And I know some people definitely disagree with me on that, but I just don't use anything that isn't specifically for that delicate area. To each their own though. There is also a proper technique to applying eye creams. I talked about this in my video on common skincare mistakes, but not everyone is applying their eye cream in the most appropriate fashion. First of all, a huge issue that I see is people using too much product, and this really applies to any of your skincare steps in your routine. So here's what I do. I get a dot of product on my ring finger and I start warming it up. I'm sure you guys have all heard people say that your ring finger is your weakest finger and the most gentle, applies the least amount of pressure and doesn't tug, blah blah blah. And then I just start gently tapping the product along my orbital bone. Those are the key words. Orbital bone. Remember that term. It is essentially just the proper term for your eye socket, and it's very easy to just feel just by kind of tapping along your under eye here up onto your brow bone. You'll easily be able to feel that transition from bone to more hollow tissue. You don't want to apply your eye cream right up to the lash line or directly on your lids, because as the product warms up and your face and your eye area is moving, the eye cream is actually going to seep directly into your eyes if you are applying it too close. By applying eye creams to your orbital bone, the product will actually get where it needs to go, and you'll actually be able to see the benefits of it. Now, I've had people say, like, I have super dry, flaky eyelids. How am I possibly going to get away with not applying eye cream right in that area? But just trust me on this. Try this technique. It will work for you. Now, I remember when I worked at Sephora, there were a couple brands that said their eye creams could be used directly on the lids. So I will link those down below in case you are curious. This is just what I was told by the trainers. They are expensive eye creams though. They're both gorgeous, but they are pricey. Just a warning. I also do follow my orbital bone to the outer corners of my eyes and on my brow bone as well to prevent crow's feet and also the kind of drooping of the brow as we age. And using a tapping motion as opposed to swiping on the product is just going to ensure minimal tugging, and it also does help promote blood flow and reduce puffiness. Now that we've covered application, one last thing I want to address before we jump into specific products, because I'm sure I'm going to get questions, and that is eye serum. Now, I'm going to link my video that I have on my channel where I go in depth on the difference between serum and moisturizer, because the exact same principle applies to eye cream versus eye serum. So now we are moving into my top 5 picks. Like I said, I'm pretty lucky genetically in the eye department because I don't have any major concerns. I'm mostly just looking for some really great hydration to give a nice, plump, smooth, hydrated base for my concealer. I want to prevent aging, and I also want to target the occasional signs of fatigue and some minor puffiness. I also am prone to melia only when I'm using an eye cream that is too rich. Listing it out like that sounds like a lot, but I'm just trying to say I don't struggle with like severe dark circles or anything like that, but I will still touch on that for those of you who do have that as a concern with your eye area and share some recommendations. So my number 1 eye cream is the Fresh Rose Hydrating Eye Gel Cream, and yes, a fresh brand review is coming, I promise you guys, but this is an eye cream that I use exclusively at nighttime, and I have repurchased it numerous times. I typically don't like gels or gel creams, but there's something about the texture of this. It is just so luxurious and velvety and buttery. I like like Rose for its anti-inflammatory and soothing benefits, having more sensitive skin, but it's also anti-aging, protective, and regenerative. My main thing when I use this eye cream is that every morning I wake up with such plump, smooth, well-hydrated, bright under eyes, and even using it just at night, whenever I apply my concealer after using this, it goes on like a dream and everything just looks so flawless. I'll also talk about my favorite morning eye cream now because these are kind of my top two, and then the rest after this aren't really in any specific order. But my favorite eye cream for the morning is the Clinique Pep Start. So I first fell in love with this eye cream when I was traveling. I had a mini tube of this eye cream that I packed for our cruise and Disney World vacation a couple years ago, and that trip was so non-stop. It was like the polar opposite of a relaxing vacation. We had so many excursions and full days in the Disney parks. Like, I'm talking over 2 weeks of 5 a.m. mornings, not even factoring in the time difference. And this eye cream miraculously kept my eyes in tip-top shape the entire trip, because that is when I do start to see a little bit of puffiness, a little bit of fatigue-related dark circles, and I need a nice energizing immediate effect. I experienced the worst under eye puffiness of my life on that trip, and this eye cream would honestly minimize it within minutes, and it just kept my eyes from looking sunken and tired. I was like, my eyes actually look better on this trip than they do regularly when I'm just at home, and it is fantastic under makeup. It is also an oil-free formula, so it's safe to use if you have eyelash extensions. I do get lash extensions from time to time, so I do really like that, but seeing the difference that this eye cream makes definitely solidified it as my daytime favorite. My next recommendation is a slightly newer favorite. I have been using this since last August, and it is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Supercharged Complex. So this is an eye cream that is meant for nighttime, but I actually really enjoy using it in the morning and under makeup, and I've heard the same thing from friends of mine and other people who have tried it. They say they like it for daytime as well. This is actually kind of a similar consistency to the Fresh eye cream, but the main difference is that this is so smoothing. I tried this on my hand at an Estee Lauder event, and I was absolutely amazed by how it just immediately blurred and diffused any little lines and imperfections on my hand, and it does do the same for your eye area. So if you have fine lines, you have more mature skin, you're a little bit older than me, then you need to try this eye cream. Something really interesting about this eye cream is that it's also supposed to protect and repair damage from blue light, which I'm sure you've all heard of recently. It's been kind of a buzzword, but it is the light that is emitted from our phone and our computer screens that can have quite negative side effects. So I find that really interesting. And it's also meant to combat damage from free radicals, pollution, UV rays, etc. So my fourth noteworthy eye cream is the Origins Perfect World Age Defense Eye Cream with SPF 20. Yes, that's right, an SPF eye cream. Did you really think I could do a skincare video and not mention SPF? I just have to. It's so important, you guys. And specifically, SPF in the eye area is a very hot topic. I lied earlier. I do sometimes bring a little bit of my SPF into my eye area, just the orbital bone once again, but I prefer to opt for sunglasses or like a hat when I'm able to, or I use like an SPF makeup setting spray. But this Origins eye cream is definitely my favorite option when it comes to sun protection in that area. I don't actually have this at the moment, so that's why you guys saw a photo of it, but I really like the light consistency of this eye cream for summer. It is anti-aging as well, and it does have a mineral SPF, so I do feel better using this in my eye area than some chemical SPFs. Supergoop also has an SPF eye cream, and I believe an SPF eyeshadow base now, which is really interesting. Murad has one, Clarins has one. You can also set your lids in your eye area with a powder that has SPF in it, so there are definitely options out there for you if you have found that your sunscreen stings your eyes, because that is a very common issue. So I am going to link some options in the description box down below for you guys. And my final favorite is the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy. Once again, I sadly do not have a tube of this at the moment, so there it is right there. This is my favorite for morning when I am experiencing some mild fatigue related dark circles that I want to treat, but I also want some instant gratification in terms of brightening. This eye cream has a soft salmony peachy tint to it to instantly brighten and neutralize blue and purple tones under the eyes, but it is also formulated with caffeine and licorice root to actually brighten over time and kind of correct the issue, and it does have the really nice cooling stainless steel applicator, and the color correcting tone of it is actually quite pigmented as well, so it's really nice on no makeup days if you're experiencing dark circles. So those are my favorite eye creams as of now. That was honestly so hard to narrow down because there are so many eye creams that I love and so many that I could recommend to you guys. I do want to touch on dark circles a little bit more because that is one of the biggest concerns people have with their eye areas, and dark circles can be caused by a variety of things, and a lot of times they are genetic and very stubborn. So things like skin tone and your facial structure can factor in, but they can also be caused by lack of blood flow, aging and collagen loss, allergies and sinus issues, as well as a lack of sleep and dehydration. So if you are experiencing dark circles, there is likely many factors that you need to take a look at. So some ingredients to look out for are caffeine for that energizing vascular boost, retinol, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide are also all great ingredients to look out for because, simply put, in different ways they are all going to kind of make the skin appear thicker, strengthen the skin, and plump it up to minimize the appearance of dark circles or visible veins. Vitamin C and niacinamide are also great for pigmentation related issues. If you feel like your dark circles may be a cause of allergies or sinus problems, you can do like a sinus rinse or neti pot. Also, if you rub your eyes a lot too, that can lead to darkened pigmentation around the eyes, so try to avoid doing that if you have allergies. But I will link some popular products for dark circles in the description box down below. Now finally, we are going to go through the little section of my skincare collection, such a nice rhyme, that was so satisfying, that is dedicated to eye cream. So once again, recently I did a video organizing and decluttering my entire skincare collection. So I pulled out my little eye cream bin. If you saw that video, I also keep lip care in here as well, but I took all the lip items out to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through everything in this bin relatively quickly and kind of share my thoughts on the eye creams that I have in here because that's something you guys did say you wanted to see. So I do have 4 eye creams in here that I have yet to try, so let's just go ahead and get those out of the way. First is the First Aid Beauty FAB Skin Lab Retinol Eye Cream with triple hyaluronic acid. Definitely one I'm excited to try, especially because I do have some melia at the moment from using that Sunday Riley eye cream, and potentially a good one to look for dark circles. I also have this Good Molecules Wake Up Eye Serum. I received this product in my Beautylish Lucky Bag this year, and from what I've seen is that this brand is kind of meant to be similar to The Ordinary. They're in like a similar kind of price range. But this is a 30 ml eye serum, so I'm literally never going to use this up. Standard eye cream size is 15 milliliters for those of you who don't know. The bottle says it's formulated with caffeine and pumpkin extract. I have tried this on my hand and it is more of a gel. I can tell I'm literally only going to need 1 drop of this product. That's why I said I'm never going to use it up. And then I also have the Pharmacy Do It All Total Eye Cream, which I will be reviewing eventually when I do my Pharmacy brand review. And then the Dermadoctor Wrinkle Revenge Eye Balm, which I haven't tried either. So I also do have an unopened backup of the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Complex that I mentioned. I received 2 of these from Estee Lauder at some point and I liked it so much that I decided to keep the backup. I'll use that eventually. I also have a couple products from Laneige that you guys have seen me talk about before. Laneige is another great brand for eye products in terms of value because they are 25 milliliters of product. I've got the Water Bank Eye Gel. I have a review on this entire line and I quite like this eye cream. It's light and refreshing. And then I have my personal favorite, which is the Eye Sleeping Mask. So when you open up this product, it actually does have a little ceramic roll-on ball applicator. Ceramic is actually more cooling than stainless steel, so this feels amazing, and it's got the consistency of a serum, and I just absolutely like slather this on my eye area before bed and it feels incredible. I have used a little dot of it in the morning as well occasionally when I do need a little bit of depuffing, but it's very hydrating. Then I also have a brand new jar of the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment. I have used this in the past though, and this is an ultra thick eye cream. If you want something that's like super rich and hydrating and nourishing, it's a great option because it does have avocado oil in it. And one of the claims of this is that it actually does not migrate or seep into your eyes because it is so thick. So if that's something you are concerned about, this might be a good one to try out. I also have a new jar of the Fresh Black Tea Eye Concentrate, another one that I've used in the past. This is actually one of the eye creams that I was told at Sephora can be used on the lids. This is an absolutely gorgeous eye cream. It has black tea, which is anti-aging, but it also has caffeine. I feel like it's really hydrating and it just kind of targets all concerns. It's kind of the same way I feel about the Fresh Black Tea Overnight Mask, but in an eye cream. But of course, you do pay the price for this one. I believe it's like $110 Canadian. But if you do have more mature skin and you're really struggling to find a product that works for you, I'd highly recommend it. I also have the Glossier Bubble Wrap. I don't have a ton of experience with this, but so far it's been fine. I think it's just kind of a basic standard hydrating eye cream. So it's actually, I feel, quite suitable for me, not having many other concerns. If you're just looking for hydration and you're younger, not looking for anything crazy anti-aging, this might be worth checking out. I also have this product from Biotherm, which is really interesting. This is their Blue Therapy Eye Opening Serum. So this also Ooh, it's kind of crusty. I haven't opened this in a while, it might have gone bad, but this is really interesting because it also has a little stainless steel roll-on applicator, but then as you can see, it's also got kind of like a mascara wand built into it. So the idea behind this is you're supposed to use it as an eye serum and roll it on, but then also coat your eyelashes with it to use as kind of like a lash growth serum and lash primer before makeup. And it's called the eye opening serum because it's primarily supposed to help with that kind of brow drooping, like I said, and keep the eye very lifted looking. So yeah, super interesting product. I really did like this while I was using it. Might be time to get rid of it though. I also have the Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, another one that I've just really kind of dipped my toe into, but review might be coming soon. And finally, I have got 2 eye creams from IT Cosmetics that I also really enjoy. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye. It's got a really nice texture, and this is another one that is just ultra hydrating. I went to an event with IT Cosmetics last year, and one of the girls on the IT Cosmetics team who travels constantly said she actually uses this as like an eye mask and like slathers on a thick layer of it after she has been flying. So I've done that a few times and I really love it. I would recommend this one if dehydration is your concern. And then I also have the IT Cosmetics Confidence in an Eye Cream. I would recommend this if you're like me and you're primarily looking for some good hydration, but you're maybe like a little bit older, you're kind of a step up from me in terms of fine lines and aging. Anyways, that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I really hope this satisfied those of you who are wanting me to go through all of my individual eye creams in my organization video. But give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and found it helpful or informative. Once again, check out the description box because I'll have so many products linked down below there. Go follow me on social media. I'm at SariReanna on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe down below if you are new, but I will talk to you guys in the next one.